What is going on, everyone? Tryhard Casual here, and we are back with some quick Konar Slayer. On today's episode, we're doing Fire Giants in the Brimhaven dungeon. Now, if you've never seen one of these videos before, I'm going to go over the task completely and show you how I do it, but I'm still going to give you all the information so that you know how to do it based on what you have access to. And for anyone curious about other Konar videos I have, I'll leave a link down below to my playlist. So when you're fighting Fire Giants, you can pretty much go with any combat style because they're not particularly weak or strong to anything. I'll throw down some different options on screen, but I'm going to opt for max strength gear simply because I'm a higher combat level and I won't have to worry about taking too much damage. There's also a safe spot down in the dungeon, which I'll show later in the video. I do feel like the gear is pretty much straightforward on this one, so let's just hop into inventory and talk about that instead. For my spec weapon, I'm going to bring a dragon dagger. If I had a Ceridome and Godsword, I'd bring that instead. I just don't have one right now. So while we're down there, I'm going to be using Preserve just because I want to keep my super attack, strength, and defense up as much as possible, and it saves a little money over a Divine Potion. So I will bring one prayer pot with me just to keep that up the entire time. To get there, I'm going to be using a Brimhaven teleport. Going to have a stamina potion just to get there. You will need an axe when you're down in the dungeon to get through some of the areas. 875 gold is required for entrance into the Brimhaven dungeon through the one entrance. I will have a bone crusher just to get a little bit of extra prayer experience. We'll have a gem bag and a herb sack for the drops. I'm also going to be bringing some earth runes, and then inside the rune pouch we're going to have nature, fire, and water. With this combination, we're going to be able to cast Bones to Peaches and High Elk. Using Bones to Peaches is going to be the bulk of my healing, but if you don't have that unlocked, you could buy Bones to Peaches tabs from the GE, you could use Guthans if you have a high enough level, or you could even take lobsters or pizza or something like that if you don't want to do anything fancy. There are actually two options to get inside the Brimhaven dungeon. If you go through the northern side, you'll need the 875 gold to get in. Like I said, I'm going to be using the house teleport to get right next to it, but if you have like an Ardone teleport and a charter ship down to Brimhaven, that's pretty close too. You could even take a glory teleport to Karamja and then just run west. But the southern entrance down here is technically closer to where we're going. You will need to pay 5,000 trading sticks to use this entrance though. If you're taking the southern entrance, a Taibo Wanai teleport or a fairy ring are both pretty close. Once you actually enter the dungeon, you'll need to run down the stairs, you'll need to cut some vines with that axe you brought. And at this point on the map, there'll be stepping stones so you can hop over the lava. Just go down south a little bit and the Fire Giants will be in this part of the cave right here. If you were to take the southern entrance, you'd wind up right here and just have to run past some dragons and stuff, so you might want to bring like an anti-fire if you do take the southern path. Okay, well somehow I didn't realize that there were Fire Giants on the upper level of the Brimhaven dungeon here. There are actually more Fire Giants up here, so instead of going down this way, I would recommend going up the stairs and walking north to the ones on the ridge here. It does look like it's kind of possible to safe spot here. It's definitely going to be a lot better once you de-aggro though after 10 minutes. So I would recommend if you're just mailing to go up here because there's a lot more of them than down in the other spot. Okay, so I'm down here in the dungeon with the Fire Giants. It's right at this spot where you can range or mage them from a safe spot if you wanted to do that instead. I feel like it might be a little bit slow because you can only tag like maybe one or two at a time, then have to wait for them to respawn. But other than that, there's not too much going on, so I'm just going to start this timer and then I will see you at the end of the task. So looking at the timer, it only took 41 minutes to kill all those Fire Giants. It's really not too bad. Anything under an hour is nice, I think. Profit-wise, we only made 64k, so it's not the best. For a higher level account, this really is not that great. I personally consider Fire Giants to be better at the low to mid-level range, just for experience and maybe like a little bit of profit. So that is going to wrap up the video. I want to say Friday I will have another Konar video instead of a full RuneScape guide. I really haven't done all that much playing of RuneScape besides making videos. I just want a little time to actually like play again and have some fun, you know? Right now I don't have any viewer suggested guides, so if you guys have anything you want to know about, and I know enough about it, I can definitely make the guide for you if you just like type out a comment or ask me for it. But that is it, so I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next one.